setting new standards in podcast excellence. You have joined the WBT, fully focused on business and taxes. Here is your host, Michael Lodge.
Hello, this is Mike Lodge with the WBT. This is a podcast about business and taxes. And since we talk about business, I really need to approach the subject again on startup businesses and ongoing businesses and how you do your accounting side. Because what I am seeing is a lot of businesses who have a good heart at running their business, but they have a bad operational issue of taking their financial data, organizing their financial data, and being able to report and tell the story behind the financial data. So what I'm seeing clients that are coming in who are using paper ledgers, they are using paper boxes, they are filing them in different ways and in different designs. And I mean, it is so confusing to the accountant that it is almost sometimes difficult to even recreate a financial statement, or to even feel that that financial statement is clean sometimes. But as good accountants, we dig as much as we possibly can, and we try to look at all the numbers the way that an accountant should look at it. But when you see numbers flowing through, sometimes they're using Excel spreadsheets, which make no sense. They don't add down, they don't add across, they don't do anything. And sometimes they have these big old long green ledger sheets that they mark everything down on a piece of paper, and then they total it at the very end. And sometimes they don't even tie. And so what I do is I have to put in everything in exactly how they give it to me, and making sure that it ties out to the correct numbers. But my concern is that small businesses need to know that doing your financials is a very, very important job, because it tells the story. It shows you the score sheet of the income statement, and then it tells you the whole story over the past years on the balance sheet. And if you're not able to tell a very good story, then how do you ever expect to have anybody else really trust what you're doing? That is the big issue. Do we trust your numbers if you're not organizing them in the correct way? I see it every single day. Right now I'm putting together 3 financial statements for a personal, and 1 LLC and 1 corporation. But I've got some personal money over on the personal side that was spent for the corporation. And then there was some corporation stuff spent for the LLC. So there is commingling of a whole bunch of numbers going back and forth. And how do you correctly record those numbers so that it reflects that there are loans, that there are money's due to people? But if you don't know that, you're going to lose track. Especially if you're starting up a new company that you expect to go out and get funding for. And if you can't tell your story of the financials and what you've done thus far, you have a big problem. You have no balance sheet. You have no income statement. You have no balance sheet to show how much money and how much equity is owned by other people in this venture that you're starting. So how you do your financials is so very important, because you've got to be able to tell the story of how your company performs and how it manages itself. It's not just throwing numbers into a Excel spreadsheet or onto a ledger sheet or onto a handwritten thing. That doesn't cut it. Don't be cheap, and I want you to hire an accounting firm. So I get a lot of this stuff thrown at me, and I love it. Honestly, I really do love it because it's like a puzzle to me, and I have to go through that puzzle and put it into a picture that tells a story. That's what my job is as an accountant. But your job as a owner of a company is to be able to present to me sound numbers so that I can build the story all around it of the income statement and the balance sheet. When you begin to commingle monies from your personal side to your business or from a business to another business and you have no documentation to show what you're doing, you have a big problem because how do you know what you're owed? If you've put $20,000 into your company to pay for expenses, to be reimbursed for expenses, but you just can't reimburse yourself right now because you don't have enough cash. But when you do get the cash, you will be able to reimburse yourself. But how do you know if you don't document it? That is a part of the story of the balance sheet, of what is owed you, what accounts receivable is out there that you need to get to because clients owe you, and then also what you owe other people, and maybe even yourself. So good financial accounting is so very vital. I've done several podcasts on this, and I'm still seeing bad business operations because they don't know how to record their data. Data is so important to be able to tell the story of your company. Now, in the next few weeks, probably in June, we will be holding a How to Start Your Business, and we're going to talk specifically on financial statements so that you know how to read financial statements. I don't know where it's going to be at yet. We will announce that at a later date. But for those of you in the Los Angeles area, we will be providing you with a free seminar about business and taxes and how to start it up and how to read your financial statements and everything else. So please pay attention to our page at www.wbtpod.com or lodge-co.com because we will be announcing that. If you want to sign up for our newsletter, we'll be announcing that at our newsletter too. But we just really feel that right now, it's vital that you understand what financial statements are really all about and how important it is for you as a business owner. You've got to know this. It's vital. This is Mike Lodge for the WBT. I will talk with you soon. If you have any questions, send me an email at mlodge@lodge-co.com and I will answer them. This is Mike Lodge. Talk to you soon.
Thank you for listening to the WBT with Michael Lodge. Join us again tomorrow as we explore more about business and taxes. Follow us on iHeartRadio and go to our podcast website at www.wbtpod.com and listen to all of our podcasts and read our blogs.
World of Business and Taxes on WBT.
This is brought to you by Lodge & Co., a business and tax advisory firm where your success is our goal. Call us today toll-free at 888-681-1518 or visit us at www.lodge-co.com and learn more about what we can do for you. Lodge & Co., your source for sound business and tax services.